He can use his legs to move around a little bit and wait for the right spot, the right entry point to come in with a dangerous guy.
Gervonta Tank Davis has once again stirred up the boxing world, but this time it's not due to any specific fight. Recently, the undefeated lightweight champion posted videos showcasing his physical transformation, and it's left both fans and professionals talking. Tank looks remarkably fit, with defined muscles, broad shoulders, and no sign of off-season softness. His fitness has sparked speculation that he's preparing for something big, and many believe it might be the fight against Lamont Roach Jr. Tank's physique is making waves across the boxing community. He's not just in good shape, he's in exceptional shape, something that signals he's ready to deliver a knockout. Champion boxer Sean Porter, who has been around the sport long enough to spot raw talent and readiness, sees Tank's physical condition as a clear sign that he's ready for a dominant performance. This isn't just being in good shape, this is the kind of shape that says, "I'm coming for the knockout," Porter commented, referring to the videos Tank posted. By presenting himself this way, Tank is sending a clear message without uttering a word. Others are catching on too. Boxing analyst Teddy Atlas, known for his no-nonsense style, offered a warning. This is a guy who's always dangerous. You don't want to face Tank when he's this dialed in. Tank's presence is commanding, and even those who aren't necessarily rooting for him can't help but recognize the threat he poses. Boxing experts and fans alike are raising eyebrows, wondering if Lamont Roach truly understands what he's up against. Originally, this fight was scheduled for December 14th in Houston, Texas. However, due to some scheduling issues, the fight was postponed, and now it's set to take place at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. The change of venue brings a different kind of energy, with New York's passionate and vocal crowd ready to make their presence felt. While the location has changed, one thing remains constant: the doubts surrounding Roach's ability to go toe-to-toe with Tank Davis. The big question circulating the boxing world is whether Lamont Roach stands a real chance against Tank. Roach is a skilled fighter, known for his solid defense and technical boxing style. However, boxing experts and fans alike are questioning if that will be enough to counter Tank's raw power, precision, and intelligence in the ring. Tank has been known to dismantle his opponents with methodical precision, carefully breaking them down before striking with devastating accuracy. This is a fighter who doesn't just rely on brute strength. He combines his physical attributes with superior fight IQ, making him a dangerous adversary for anyone in his way. Lamont Roach has been steadily building his career, and while he's certainly a respectable fighter, the consensus is that he might be in over his head with Tank. Boxing professionals like Eddie Hearn have stated that although Roach is a good fighter, Tank is on an entirely different level. "This isn't a step up for Roach, it's a leap," Hearn said, adding that this fight could be a dangerous one for Roach, not just physically, but mentally. Roach's supporters acknowledge his technical prowess, but even they can't deny the glaring gaps in experience and firepower between the two men. Tank's skills are further complemented by his sharp mind inside the ring. He's not just a powerful puncher, he's a patient, calculated fighter who doesn't get overzealous. Former heavyweight champion Lennox Lewis explained, "Tank isn't just a puncher, he's a finisher. When he smells blood, it's over." Roach will need to be near perfect in every round just to survive, and even that seems like an almost impossible task when facing someone like Tank. One of the major challenges for Roach in this fight is his defensive style, which might not be effective against someone like Tank. Roach relies on counterpunching and his defensive skills to navigate through fights, but Tank has a knack for cutting off the ring and forcing his opponents into exchanges, making it difficult for defensive-minded fighters to maintain their composure. Roach has had success with this strategy in the past, but against a fighter like Tank, it's unclear if his usual tactics will work. As the fight approaches, the energy surrounding it only grows. Fans are excited to see this matchup, but boxing experts remain cautious. Roach is certainly not a pushover, but this might not be the right fight for him, especially at this stage in his career. His style is solid, but it's clear that Tank brings an entirely different level of danger. This is a fight that could make or break Roach's career, and the stakes are incredibly high. A win would catapult Roach into superstardom, but a loss, especially a brutal one, could derail his career in ways that might be difficult to recover from. On top of that, the change in venue adds another layer of intrigue. Brooklyn's Barclays Center is known for its high-energy atmosphere and passionate crowd. Tank has fought in this kind of environment before, and he knows how to feed off the crowd's energy. But for Roach, this will be an unfamiliar challenge. The pressure will be immense, not just from Tank's overwhelming presence, but also from the crowd, the lights, and the weight of expectations. For a fighter with less experience on such a big stage, it's a lot to handle. The media has been buzzing about this fight for months, but now it's reaching a boiling point. The more Tank posts about his preparation, the more people are questioning whether Roach is truly ready for what's coming. The mental aspect of this fight is as significant as the physical one. Tank's confidence is palpable, and it's clear that he believes this fight is just another opportunity to showcase his greatness. Roach, on the other hand, is facing the challenge of not only fighting Tank, but also overcoming the mental barriers that come with stepping into the ring against such a fearsome opponent. Tank's commitment to his career has been called into question as well. He recently announced that 2024 would be his final year in boxing, with plans to fight 3 more times before retiring. This announcement has sparked debates across the boxing world, with some fans and analysts supporting his decision, while others question whether it's too soon. Some believe that Tank is walking away at the height of his career, potentially leaving massive fights on the table like unification bouts with Shocker Stevenson or Vasyl Lomachenko. Despite his retirement plans, Tank's upcoming fight against Roach is still a crucial one. Not only is it a chance to solidify his place as one of the top fighters of his generation, but it also provides an opportunity to quiet any lingering doubts about his legacy. Some argue that Tank should have taken on tougher opponents sooner, but his decision to retire after a few more fights shows that he is thinking carefully about his future both in and outside the ring. Tank's decision to retire is also seen as a move to protect his health and secure his financial future. After a successful career that includes victories over top fighters and paydays in the millions, Tank has made it clear that family and long-term health are now his top priorities. Legendary fighter Bernard Hopkins supports Tank's decision to retire young, understanding the toll boxing takes on a fighter's body. However, Hopkins also suggests that Tank might reconsider his decision if something spectacular happens in his final fights. While Tank is preparing for his final year in the sport, his upcoming bouts are expected to be intense. The matchup with Roach could serve as a showcase of Tank's skills, but many are already speculating about who he will face next. If Tank follows through with his plan to retire after a few more fights, it's likely that his final opponents will be some of the biggest names in boxing, with fans eagerly anticipating matchups with the likes of Shocker Stevenson, Lomachenko, or even Teofimo Lopez. For now, Tank remains the focus of the boxing world. His upcoming fight with Lamont Roach has everyone talking, and no matter the outcome, Tank's legacy is already secure. Whether or not he chooses to retire after a few more fights, Tank Davis has already proven himself to be one of the most dominant and dangerous fighters of his era. And as for Lamont Roach, he's about to face the most daunting challenge of his career, one that could either elevate him to new heights or leave him with more questions than answers. Regardless of the outcome, Tank's decision to retire is a sign that he has achieved everything he set out to do in boxing. His focus is now on family and his future beyond the ring, but before he walks away for good, Tank will have the opportunity to silence any remaining doubters and cement his place among boxing's greats. Fans and analysts alike are watching closely to see what he does next, both in the ring and beyond.